Yeah, it's all right.
Man, you dress sharp.
Ready? So do you, buddy.
Right there. Congratulations. Thank you.
Testing 1, 2.
Does it work? Yeah.
Go under your arm real quick.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations, Craig.
Thank you.
Take us back to that moment when Carson announced you as the season 7 winner of The Voice.
I really haven't had time to process it yet. It's been quite a whirlwind. I think I was just on stage about maybe a minute or two ago. So I'm still trying to figure that out. It was, I don't even know what to say. I really don't. I'm usually good at this stuff.
Looked like you were very emotional.
I was. I screamed like a girl. I did. It just caught me.
That's why you won, by the way.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It caught me so off guard. I don't know what I expected. I just felt like last night I did the best I could, and I guess America took care of me after that.
Blake, how does it feel to beat Adam yet again?
Here we go.
Well, let me start by saying the greatest thing for me is to see this guy sitting here holding this trophy right now, because I know how much he's put into this competition firsthand, but I'm also aware of how much he's put into trying to make it as an artist in the music industry, and the struggles and the ups and mostly the downs that he's had, all the doors shut in his face, the carpet yanked out from under him, and all of a sudden here's a guy who is the winner of The Voice, and he's already sold a crap load of music, you know. Just to see this happen for somebody that I feel like I can relate to, because he moved to Nashville and he's been, you know, beating the streets, and it's just, there has never been a more deserving person to hold that trophy than Craig Wayne Boyd, as far as paying dues. You know, I mean, this guy has put his time in. Now, to answer your question, which it's fucking awesome to be able to have this.
Merry Christmas, kids.
Yeah, listen.
From your old Uncle Blake.
I don't care. I don't care if it's politically incorrect. I don't give a crap at this point.
Yeah, we know.
Because we went into this thing with the odds stacked against us. And I'm not talking about to beat Adam. It's just awesome to know that so many people connected with this guy, with the odds against him, to win this competition. I mean, the odds, Carson can tell you, this was impossible. This was mission impossible. And this guy did it, man. It's awesome. Yes, will I rub it in Adam's face? He may quit the show before I'm done rubbing this in his face. But what's awesome is this guy holding this trophy. It's unbelievable.
Wow. Anybody?
So you talked briefly about touring together. Is that an actual possibility?
I told Craig I'd open for him, you know, as long as he'd have me any time.
I don't know about all that.
Absolutely. I mean, my gosh, if anybody knows, you know, my history with my Voice contestants, you know, I would love to be able to tour with Craig. The thing that I have found with people who win this show is
they end up living with you in a shed in Tishomingo, Oklahoma.
No, that's
so, Craig, your roommates are now Gwen Sebastian and Ray Lynn. Welcome to the club.
Yes.
Now, the people that I've worked with that have won the show, they're in such high demand, and they're pulled in so many directions, you know, that we don't get to tour as much together, although I've done shows with all of the winners. So I will say, when Craig and I tour together, it won't be immediate, because he's about to be on an absolute whirlwind of media and publicity and radio touring and all that stuff, and he won't have time to work in, you know, an old country singer like me. But maybe a year from now, realistically, I would love to do that when you actually have time. I told Craig before we came up here to do this press conference just now, I said, Matt, I hope you enjoy your time off that you're about to have as you're doing this press conference, because after that, you're never going to sit down again. And that's the truth, man. It's going to get busy, but I don't know anybody that likes to work more than this guy.
If I could just interject for a second, I think it's worth saying that one of the reasons this is so sweet for Craig is the young men that you beat tonight made this competition incredible. We pride ourselves on bringing the best voices to this, and what makes tonight so special was how great the competition was tonight. And that is, if we could take a second to take our hats off to Chris and to Matt and to Damian, who were incredible competitors to you from Team Adam, and kudos to you for, you know, hanging on there and defying the odds. We were talking about it. People dubbed this David and Goliath. Adam had a 75% chance of winning this thing, and there was, how can he do it, and what can Blake do to ignite the country vote? How, you know, will they sort of galvanize each other's votes on Team Adam? How could this mathematically play out? Everybody in social media was enjoying what could possibly happen, but I think, like a good sporting event, we have to tip our cap to the other three that were out there tonight, because that's what makes this so special. You didn't run away with it. It was an incredible night of music, and ultimately, what you guys have done, especially last night, I think, showing your range, man, might have been the winner. You know, you got right to America's heart, and sometimes that proves to be deeper than the perfect note. Yeah. So congratulations.
I think iTunes, it was obvious how close it was. I mean, it was 1, 2, 3. I don't know if the fourth one came in there that close or not, but I know the first 3 slots were occupied by last night's
I think
finalists. It was unbelievable.
Well, we were excited to do the original songs this year, too. That was another big part of the show that we wanted to do. You know, if you think about any of these competition shows, when somebody wins, the marketplace is ready to, they've been vested in these people for so long, and they're ready to wake up tomorrow like, okay, I'm in the Craig Wayne Boyd business, and now for the first time, which is unprecedented for us as a show, we have product for people to go out there and get, and we were excited by that last night. You can buy your single, not your cover song, but your single on iTunes right now, and it can be the great launching pad for a great career with a video, and we had that for all 4 finalists, and we're really proud of that achievement tonight as well.
Let me hold that damn thing for a minute. I want to see that.
I actually wanted to talk about the country audience with The Voice, because obviously they're incredibly loyal. Hello, I'm over here.
I can't.
Oh, there you
Right
go.
in the front.
Oh, right in front.
I mean, the 2 most successful country winners have been your 2, Blake, Cassidy and Danielle, and then obviously Ray Lynn is doing very well, and the Swan Brothers are doing well, and then you know, the one country guy really in the entire top 12, I think, did very well. What do you think it is about the country audience and The Voice? Are they like just really into this show? They seem to be very loyal to The Voice.
Well, I can tell you that, you know,
Let me start by saying, because of Blake, he won't say this, because we have one of the great ambassadors of country music, not only one of the greatest singers, but even on his time in the last 4 years of being on the show, watching what he's done and the work that he's put in prior to his career is paramount to the success of the show and what he has to offer people. So let me just say, the connection of country music in Nashville and the perimeter is through Blake Shelton. And his people on his team have benefited greatly from that. And secondly, what a great guy. He'll never say it, but he really is running a youth hostel with former Team Blake. I swear to you, he takes care of his own. And storytelling is another big part. And he makes sure that his artists are telling their true stories, and that resonates. Sorry,
Thank
Blake,
you.
go ahead.
That's nice.
Now you can continue.
Well, thank you, first of all. You know, with everything I put into this show and everything that Carson's talking about with what I put at country music is literally my life. My life is not this show. This show will come and it will go. My life is country music. That's what I do. That's all I really care about. And when I think of somebody like Craig is country music to me, and that's why it's so important to me. That's why it actually matters to me that somebody like him gets through and gets a record deal and makes music, because when this is said and done, I can sit back and go, oh, that's Craig I'm hearing on the radio right now. He represents us. He's really good at what he does. Now, having said all of that, nothing that I do really matters. All I can do is go, okay, out of these, 12, is it 12 we start with? 12 artists.
Yeah.
I think this guy and this girl, and I think these are the ones. Nothing matters until America speaks. And so as much as I'd like to sit here and go, I did it, this guy did it. This guy did, at the very most, all I did was go, man, this guy seems like a star to me, and I really like his voice. And from that point on, Craig Wayne Boyd is the guy that won this show. As much as I would love to sit here and go, I'm so smart, I'm not. This guy right here, he's the one that came in with Walk the Line, with the new version of it, and the idea of doing Old Rugged Cross. I mean, he's the one that made his own, he's the one that made the difference for himself.
Even produced his own single.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how, this guy's amazing, man. It is amazing. You know what, I feel bad holding this now.
Craig?
We'll find the one with the middle finger for you.
Craig, congratulations first.
Thank you, sir.
And does this, being named The Voice, is it sweeter now after all the years of career ups and downs, or do you wish something like this had happened a long time ago?
It truly feels like validation that all the hard work that I've put in up to this point has been worth it. I remember more than a year ago, a little more than a year ago, sitting in a pickup outside of a club after I had played to basically no one, and talking with my drummer and saying, listen, I may have to quit because it's not paying my bills. I'm losing my house, lost my pickup. You know, I didn't know what I was going to do. And him telling me, dude, you can't do that. And then it was randomly the opportunity come up to go audition a few months out for The Voice. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go do that. And I remember that email came in just the day after having that conversation.
I didn't even know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I was going with that. Sorry.
Oh, just if it's better now, or if you wish
it's just validation that all that hard work that I've put in up to this point was not in vain.
Did you get to say anything to family after the show? Or?
I got to give my son a kiss really quick.
Really quick.
Yeah, really quick. Like I made the van stop.
There's still confetti falling right now. I think the audience hadn't even
so.
loaded out.
Thank you.
Okay, so am I the one? Okay, good. So congratulations from Brazil.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Team Blake and Carson Daly, for this amazing show. Actually, we're broadcasting live, like there in Brazil.
Excellent.
And that's my question for the three of you. Like, how do you feel about having this amazing range outside the U.S.? I mean, there's this competition here. People vote and they go crazy about voting so many times. But
That's right.
out there is like there's a wide range of people that are really interested and invested in the show. So why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Well, let's just explain to Brazil watching live. Blake Shelton is a country music singer. And he is, if you Google him right now, you'll see pictures of his wife, but he's on our show. So thank you for being here. We love you, Brazil. Go ahead, buddy.
I have to say that
Qualify things.
on Facebook, I do have a lot of Brazilian friends and fans on there, and thank you for watching this show and supporting country music, which again, that was something that Gwen had said to me. She said, do you realize that country music is more than just your demographic, that it could be global? And it was something I never had embraced before. And I guess, and I'm not sure why she knew that about country music, but she said that it was something that was happening.
Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, she's an extremely smart lady. But yeah, I think that's really cool.
Carson, this is a question for you.
Thank God. It's about time.
Can you give us a preview of next season? I mean, we saw the twist this season with the wild card going straight into the finals. Have you discussed that at all? Do you know anything? And can you preview what's coming up on the next season?
For next season. Well, we want to let Craig here bask in the glory of winning season 7, but as you well know, the show's on quite a bit here on NBC, so we're always looking forward. We've done some work on season 8. You know, I think one of the things that we always take a look at is what worked, you know. For the producers, the idea of the show has always been about credibility in music for the past 7 seasons. And how can we keep the best singers around? The Steal was born out of the idea that so many people like Craig, real musicians that probably wouldn't stand in front of a Home Depot for 8 hours to make it on a show to become famous, you know, but might make it on The Voice or audition for The Voice because it seemed like kind of the place to be. And so was keeping good singers around. And we had so many good singers that when someone would walk out, no, let's steal them and bring them back. So the instant save is something that we really like. I think the original material that we were able to generate today from some of the biggest hit makers in town was a big thing that will keep going. But, you know, obviously the run on the show's been incredible. We're all just very supportive, and we're proud of the artists that we get on the show. They're really the story. The storytelling of the show. Mark Burnett makes cinematic television. I mean, you talk about country music in Brazil, or the commonality here, I think, for success, especially on TV, because it's so emotional, it's visual as opposed to radio. I lost my dad when I was young, you know, and when you were singing that song, I didn't know that your dad was a truck driver. And I met you months ago, and I know Jax, your son, and my son's name's Jackson. We had a connection there. But like when you sang that song last night, I can't escape how I feel about that, because my dad wasn't around. And you singing the right song at the right time, praying that you hope Jax understands that you're not around for the reason because it's for him. These are universal themes that work. Mary J. Blige does that when she sings with emotion. Eminem does that when he raps with emotion. And country artists can do that if they do it well. And I think that's why this man won the show.
One more question. Thank you. Congratulations, Craig
Thank
and
you.
Blake. I want to know what you guys are doing to celebrate after this.
I don't think I have time to celebrate. It's time to keep the nose. I am a hard worker. I'm always, even on this show, in between shooting things, I was listening to music for the next album. I was hoping and praying that I would be able to do that, which it looks like I'm going to be able to do that now. But now I'm a little bit ahead of that. From here, we're headed to continue. You know, just I don't know. I thrive off of hard work. And I think I get that from my dad.
Yeah.
So it's just more of the same. Nose to the grindstone.
What
Let's
do
go.
you got to be on a plane here like in a minute.
Craig's going to fly to New York tonight. He'll be on the Today Show in the morning and also on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon tomorrow night. So
you're doing the Tonight Show already?
Yeah,
It took me 10 years to do that. Oh, my God.
And I think I'm even singing on it, too.
And Access Live. All right, so you have a full day tomorrow.
Yes.
And well-deserved.
Yeah, and back here to Ellen.
Ellen
we just
as well.
found out.
All right.
Ellen?
Ellen just called. You're on Ellen
Oh, my
now.
gosh. I've never even been on that show, I don't think.